Hey everyone, yesterday was quite happening because along with CLAT 2024, ALET 2024 date was also announced, and again you should be ready for that now that you have the date, and it's only it's the last week of May, so you have May and a few more months, a sufficient number of months to prepare for ALET and to get into National Law University Delhi. Uh, all the candidates who are serious about CLAT usually they also write ALET to have a better chance at getting another NLU. One more NLU gets added to the list of NLUs. Through CLAT, you can get these 24 NLUs. However, NLU Delhi is outside common law admission test. It has its separate entrance examination, that is ALET, and NLU Delhi has its own advantages. That is to say, since it's in Delhi, you get Supreme Court, you get all the top law firms, you get exposure to also Delhi High Court. So the geographical location as well as the ranking of NLU Delhi, which can be considered as among the top three NLUs, that really helps a lot in internships and placements and a lot of other things. So it's very important to understand the syllabus, understand the pattern, understand how the exam is going to be. The date for ALET 2024 is this year on 10th December. As you know that both CLAT and ALET have changed their cycle. So for the next year's examination, it happens in on the previous year, on the December of previous year. So this year's December will see 10th December will have this ALET 2024, and as you know that last year there was a bit surprise in the paper pattern. The English section and the logical reasoning section had the common passage. Based on a common passage, you had 5 questions on English and 7 questions on logical. Similarly, for every passage, 5 on English, 7 on logical reasoning. And when we say logical reasoning, it does not mean that it does not have other aspects like quant or other aspects like CLAT had 5 sections, and for ALET we say that there is no separate section for quant. But in those logical section questions also you can see that quant questions are also there, legal questions are also there. So it has all those kind of questions. It's just that it does not give it a heading, it does not specify it. So do not make this mistake of saying that ALET has only 3 sections: English, logical reasoning and current affairs, so I don't need to study legal reasoning and quant. The legal reasoning and quant type of questions will also be part of your logical reasoning section, which is very wide, which is very vast, which can be interpreted in a lot of ways. So you will find the several kinds of questions in the logical reasoning, which is not strictly the traditional logical reasoning that we say. So that is very important to understand as far as ALET is concerned. Rest aside, as far as reading comprehension is concerned, you will be the same thing applies for CLAT. You should have this habit of reading good novels, good books, reading editorials from the mainstream newspapers like the Hindu, Indian Express. Developing this habit really helps a lot in your current affairs section, because you are updated with all the current happenings, all the news. Also it also helps in your vocabulary building. So the passages when you read for your English section, that really helps a lot. So be it English language, be it current affairs, also legal reasoning. When you will read the legal news from the editorials from the newspaper, there is a possibility that you might find more or less a similar passage in your ALET paper or in your CLAT paper as well. So wherever there is a passage based paper you are appearing, the passages are taken from newspapers, magazines, from other sources, from other web content. So if you develop this habit of reading more and more, you already get comfortable, you get exposed to so many content that you feel the content feel familiar, and you easily feel comfortable in attempting those questions. So on 10th December, ALET 2024 will happen. It will be a 1.5 hour paper, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So it's only 90 minutes. In 90 minutes you will have to attempt 150 multiple choice questions. So time is of essence, so you have to manage your time. You should practice mocks accordingly. You should try to increase your speed, whether it's reading speed, whether it's all analyzing the questions, be it logical reasoning, be it the kind of questions in current affairs. However, general knowledge should not take much time, because either you know the answer or you do not know the answer. But as far as English reading is comprehension, reading the passages is concerned, logical reasoning is concerned, understanding the concepts, applying the concepts, that requires a fair amount of time. So you should be ready to practice more and more, so that you can manage that time, because time management is the key in the papers like this. Since ALET has only one NLU, that is NLU Delhi, so the competition is high. There is only one college, around 110 seats are there, so all the candidates will be competing for only 110 seats. So you have to be in the cream to get your seat allotted in the prestigious National Law University of Delhi. So now that you have the date with you, 10th December, and today is 24th May, start preparing, make a timetable, make a schedule, allot some time every day for each of the sections. Have some time for English, have some time for logical reasoning, have some time for your current affairs, read the newspapers, read the good novels, make a list of vocabulary, new words that you come across, keep revising it again and again, and you have sufficient time to clear this examination. You have sufficient time to get familiar. Also look at the past year papers. The past year papers play a very important role. More importantly, look at ALET 2023, because there was slight change in pattern in the sense of asking the questions. Earlier English section used to have separate passages, logical reasoning used to have separate passages, but this time they jumbled it up. This time they had one passage and questions from English as well as from language, logic. So that is one thing you should be ready for. And also last time this was not announced, so also be prepared for any unannounced changes, any surprises. So try as many types of questions as you can. Be completely thorough with your preparation. Now that you have the 10th December date with you, you should make a timetable, stick to it, be consistent, and be ready to do hard work, so that you can, by the 10th December, not only you are thorough with your syllabus, not only you have practiced so many mocks, practice so many concepts, build up your fundamentals, but also you have revised your syllabus a few times by the time you appear on 10th December. So all the best. You have a good amount of months to prepare, to practice, to revise. This is sufficient for an examination like ALET, and I hope you have been preparing something even earlier, since if you were ready to appear for this examination this year. So all the best for this examination. Thank you so much. I'll keep updating you regarding all the tips, techniques, tricks, about any other notification that comes from this end, and stay tuned to this channel, and all the best.